little bit of this. Clean my mug out. Talk to y'all for a little bit, Tell y'all we're gonna talk about these Hawkeyes. We're gonna talk about these Hawkeyes, everybody. We're gonna have a conversation about it. Maybe I'm gonna have a conversation by myself. Maybe I'm gonna have a conversation with the people. But we'll see. And see how it works. She's going all day where we're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna get into it in a little bit. Just a second. Man. I should rub my stand out. I just might have to do that. Y'all gotta give me a second though. Give me a second. I need y'all to give me a minute. We're definitely gonna get into it though. We're gonna talk about these Hawkeyes. So much coffee I wanna make. See how much I done made. Man, that might be too much. I'm trying to get about 3 cups. Alright. Just making some coffee. Making a little bit of coffee. So let's see. Hope everybody knows. There we go again. It happened again. It happened again. I gotta get my stand. We don't even wanna we just leave it like that for a second. As I make this coffee. And we finna talk about it, We're gonna talk about these Hawkeyes. Definitely. Hit that like button, man. Appreciate you. Am I plugged up? Alright. Wait a minute. Alright, let me show y'all what I'm doing. Y'all probably like, what are you doing? So, let me show y'all what I'm doing. I know y'all like, it's kind of late in the evening. You doing coffee? Yeah. Strong. It's already started. I'm gonna leave it on what it's on. I was finna hit strong, but it already kicked on. So we gonna let this just go. My cup is cleaned out. So and put this coffee back. But yeah, to those that seen the game, I don't know what we waiting for. We might as well talk about it. We might as well get into it. To those that seen the game, you seen what transpired last night, You saw my make sure that's closed. You seen my Hawks take a really tough L. It was a really tough L. Now, if you guys give me a minute, perhaps we can watch the post game presser and I can point some things out. But you guys gotta give me a little, and it's hot. Give me a minute and we'll watch the presser and I give my opinions on that. But it was for 3 quarters it was a lackluster performance. For 3 whole quarters it was a lackluster performance, and I was not very happy with the effort that I seen from our players. With the exceptions being, with the exceptions being Chit Chat and Ava Height. So Ava and Titchat, you know, they played well for the most part. They did their job, and I think that everybody else struggled immensely. I thought, well, I take that back because actually, Johnny Houston, um, she had a really good game. So don't want to leave her out because I would be wrong to say that she had a bad game when she really did not. But you look at Kylie Fearback and she's the subject of what's going on. Where have you been? What are you doing, Kylie? Like what's going on with you? Like I don't know if it could be injury. I don't know if it could be um, just really thinking like, well, this is it for me. But she knew it was it. Um, Somebody brought up Taylor McKay being out could put more pressure on Kylie. Could it really? Or is Kylie just being exposed? Let's just call it what it is. It takes hard work, to be great. And I always said I like Kylie Fearback because I think she's a hard worker. And I think she'll do the dirty works and play defense. But she not doing that. She ain't getting rebounds. She ain't playing defense. She ain't setting screens. She ain't hitting threes. She's not doing anything. And damn, that coffee ready quick. And I don't want to be the one to say like, I don't want to be the one to say like she's not um, contributing. I don't want to be that person to say she's not contributing. But what I will say is, I know she can do better than what she's doing because she's not doing very much at all. So I don't want to beat players up. I don't really want to do that. I don't really want to participate in that. But she has to be better. She got to be better. Period. Even if it's just her. I put this in here, and I could have put this in the only made. I thought I made 3 cups, but something did not work out. But this will do me fine. But why did she not? Why did she not help this team? Like I'm confused. Like why hasn't she been filling her role? I don't get it. Like Kylie isn't doing what it takes. Like, and I get it. Like Coach J is. I said this before. She is probably very partial to seniors. She's probably very partial to those who have um, experience with the team, that know the team, that have played with the team, that have been through the wars previously, and so she probably thinks she feels comfortable about playing Kylie Fearback. But when it yields no results, then you have to consider maybe a change. And sometimes the hardest thing to do in sports is to adapt to a change. I think Kylie Fearback needs to do what Jewel Lloyd did. I think Fearback needs to go to the coach, like Jan Jensen, the coach, or anyone, the staff, Abby Stamp, Lysandra Barrett, anybody on our staff, and say, guys, take me out. Put Journey in. Seriously. If this is the performance that we're going to get from Kylie, she really needs to go to the coach and say, I will be better off the bench in spurts. I will be better shooting, defending, playing roles. I will be better off the bench. Kylie needs to go to the coach and tell her that and say, put Johnny Houston in the lineup. What's up, Snowman? What's going on? Have me some coffee. Talking about these Hawkeyes because a lot of people are turned off by the style of play. You know, a lot of people are been Iowa fans, but then some people came because of Caitlin Clark. And we are not playing the exciting brand of basketball that we played when we had Caitlin Clark. We're not doing that. And so, thus, a lot of people are disappointed, not just because we're not playing the Caitlin Clark's, running gun style. It looks like a Stone Age offense at times. Dump the ball into the post, dump the ball into Ava, dump it into Hannah, and then that's it. When you got Chit Chat that can shoot, you got Taylor Strimlow that's worked on her jump shot. Addie Deal should be knocking down shots. These things should be happening. So, from the standpoint of which these past 3 games is very concerning because we're too basic. Everyone knows what we're trying to do. Burn it down, give it to Ava, and then, just see what she does. If she doesn't score, like I joked last night during the game, and I think you did the game. I think Snowman did the game for Texas and Oklahoma. I mean Texas and LSU, and that was a great game, even though it was on late. One thing I was gonna say, the thing is, Ava Hayden, I joked about it. I said she needs to drop 42 points for us to have a chance, and she scored 24 points. What's going on, Charles? Appreciate you. See, I don't know. Damn, this is hot. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if this is going to be a short stream or a long one. But I do know I want to watch the post-game presser, which I watched earlier, and talk about that. So I'm going to pull that up on the screen in a second. But right now, yeah, Ava Hayden, Chit Chat, they seem to be the only ones consistent scoring. So if you want to be great, like the thumbnail say, you got to put the work in, right? So then that means everybody included. Taylor Strimlow got better, but you got to get better. Addie Deal, I'm high on this kid. Anybody could root for a superstar, but I'm here for the journey. So I think she's going to be great. But right now, she doesn't have it. She's a starter. Coach J, she said she's going to stick with her after we lost Taylor McKay. Is it the right thing? A lot of people say no. I feel like, hey, you should have been stuck with her. You should have been started her because now you're starting her in a position where it's like we're losing. Before we were winning games in spite of. Now you want to start her and we are going the other way. It just doesn't look that good. Like, okay, now you're starting Addie Deal. Probably should have started her maybe from the get-go. She did play well off the bench in a couple of games. She's played bad while she started. I thought she was ready. A lot of people thought she was ready. I'm not sure. But what I do know is you could always take a chance of alienating a player if you put him back on the bench. I don't think that's Addie. I think she can explain that to her, and Addie knows she's not playing well. She can get over it. She can start. She can go to the bench. It can happen. She should be able to get through that. I believe she can get through that. I think this kid has a great head on her shoulders. She's gonna be awesome. It's a freshman. They're gonna go through things. Everybody's not gonna come out blazing. Some might, some won't. But even those that come out blazing, they're gonna go through a tough stretch. So let me see if I actually want to find this and then pull this up on the screen. Cut the camera on in a second. First, I didn't think I was gonna go live. Let me find YouTube real quick. Appreciate everybody that stopped in, whether you just stopped in for a second or for a minute. So let me cut my cam on. I got the heater in the way. I'm in y'all face. Let me get y'all out of my face. And let me see what's going on, Miss D. This team driving me crazy. But I'm going to keep on rocking. Keep rocking with these Hawkeyes. Keep on rocking with these Hawkeyes because I'm a loyal fan. The comments Line drive me crazy though. People ready to bury the team, bury the coach, bury the players. They ready to get the shovel out. They ready to bury Addy. They ready to bury everybody. They don't like nobody. They want the whole staff gone. Hold on a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. They want to bury everybody, which is crazy. So I'm gonna watch this pressure, which I watched already. Again. I don't need no heat. I don't need no heat right now. I gotta watch the film. Let me see. Yeah, but I was really disappointed about that. Can't even really see. I'm knocking stuff over. Can't really see it that well. Maybe now though. Yeah. The matchups and understanding who we had to guard and how good their 3-point shooting was. But that was a very poor performance on the defensive end. We didn't really get going until the last 5 minutes of the game. We needed that type of urgency. Now let's talk about the last 5 minutes of the game. So the building came alive. Everybody was alive. The building was on fire. We was playing defense. We was playing offense. We was attacking the rim. We were doing. We could have won that game if we played with that fourth quarter intensity that we did not display when we nonchalantly, sleepily went through the first 2-3 quarters. We could have won. Minnesota is a good team. Minnesota is actually a really good team with 3-pointers. Mary Braun is exciting. She hits big shots. She was injured last season. So that's maybe why Minnesota had a slightly down year. But Braun is the real deal. Where's the scouting report at? Did we fail to remember that she can hurt us? Did we not know that she's a great 3-point shooter? Like, that's got to fall on somebody. I like our coach, but it's going to have to fall on the coach and the staff for not getting us prepared. We didn't play good defense. I don't know, Miss D, what you just said. I had to rewatch the Iowa game. They let Minnesota get physical. They get very physical. When teams get physical with us, it's a problem. And when teams see that we can't get physical back, hey, then they got something on us. And we couldn't stop the threes. I think her name is Amaya Battle. She was close to a triple double. She ended up with like 14, 10, and 7. Hey, these are real players. These are legitimate players. I don't know that we just think we just gonna come in and get a win just because we Iowa. It doesn't work that way. But it was it was really lackluster. We missed a lot of assignments. We really it was just a little surprising. So before I really critique that, I was taken aback by that because I understood it a little bit out west. Some people say, and I don't know if I'm gonna speed this up or what, or if I'm gonna let it play. And it's only like 16 minutes, but some people say that Coach J don't know what she's doing. She's a student of the game. She is a little bit more oriented to the post, but Lisa Blue, the coach for over 25 years. So Coach Lisa Blue, the coach this damn university for 25 years, the basketball program. Yes, Jen Jensen been around, so you would say, oh, she learned a lot while she was with her. She did, but I just think you're the head coach and you numero uno and you the head honcho. It all starts with you. It's a lot on you. So this being her second year, I gotta cut her a little slack as well. Some people just don't want no slack cut. Some people wanted us to just go out and have a true head coaching search, explore the field. I'm not opposed to those people either. But what I'm gonna say is you gotta get used to coach. This is our coach. The only way Coach Jen Jensen will not be the Iowa coach is if we completely free fall, not just for one season, multiple seasons. Because once coaches get in place, they pretty much there unless all hell breaks loose and they completely lose the locker room. So we're not at that point. We lost 6 games last season and we survived it and still had a successful campaign. We went through the ups and downs. So, just got to give it time. Take Minnesota, Chicago seeded. You say, take Minnesota win that game because of the defensive pressure by Minnesota and the injuries by Iowa. We had a lot of players that got hurt on this team, but we don't make excuses. Taylor McCabe is gone for the season, but we're not going to make excuses. We're not going to allow excuses. We know how important she could be to the team, but we're not going to let excuses get in the way. We're just not gonna do that. Point blank. Period. So let's see what the rest of Coach Jan Jensen talking about. But yeah, this our coach unless we just completely free fall, seasons and seasons on losing. But you gotta have the girls more prepared than they was last night. You got to. If you can't have the players more prepared, that's on the coach.
But I will say, I want to give credit to Minnesota. They're long and they really all shoot the three ball really, really well. And they have a good inside presence. So it's not, I think it's really unfair to say, oh, it's just we didn't do this or that. I think they're a really good team. They played UCLA to 10 points at home.
They are a good team. I gotta jump in real quick. They are a good team. They are, but we were not prepared for them at all. By no means were we prepared. So who is that going to fall on? It's going to have to fall on the Iowa coaching staff. Point blank. Period.
Really, really close to some of the other teams that I've been watching. I was concerned about the matchup, but I am disappointed in the defense. But before I give you a reason, I need to.
I know Coach D was in. I'm gonna quit stopping it. But Miss D was here for a second, and I think she right about the threes, and we didn't even adjust. We don't adjust the game plan. So when they knocking down threes, the defense didn't even try to step up. Literally, they wait to the fourth quarter, and then we start playing like a real team. By that time, we had to dig deep and just make it a respectable losing score when we should have won. We should have won. Gotta play with that energy all game.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think, this was, I'm sure fan base is like, oh, it's a must win. What's wrong? And there's certainly some things wrong, but it's still early. It's just, you're just taking yourself out of some special things, right? It's not, there's a lot of basketball left, good and bad. That can happen to any team, right? I mean, Michigan State last night, who had it, but no one was going to go.
Oh, let me know if y'all can hear it. If y'all can't hear it, let me know.
So we gotta really channel our frustrations.
I like them hoodies though. Everyone watch women's sports. I love those hoodies. Hoodies and sweatshirts. Gotta get me one though. Everyone watches women's sports.
Different things we've been trying to do individually.
I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I mean, honestly,
so you have to give yourself.
My thing is, I'm gonna pause real quick. My thing is, I'm really split between the personnel. Like the coach is good, but you can only play what you have. So like, there's no Lucy Olsen. I'm not gonna disrespect Chit Chat, but there ain't no Lucy Olsen around this place. There ain't no Lucy Olsen to be found this year. But I like Chit Chat a lot, and so I gotta explore this. I gotta talk about this. Chit Chat is great. She really is. She needs to be more selfish. She needs to be more aggressive. You want to ask? Let's talk about the starters in the starting lineup. Let's just stay right here. Ava Height, she doing good. Next step in progression. Stop fouling as much. Nail them jump shots. Start shooting them more. That way they can't just be predictable on you because they know you're trying to score in the paint. So she got her shot mechanics is a little funky, but they hit. Her jump shot hit. She ain't scared to shoot the J. Hannah Stokey is allergic. See, I go up and down with Hannah Stokey. At times I love Hannah Stokey, and then sometimes I'm befuddled and scratching my head like, Hannah, what's going on? But going back to Ava's probably her and Chit Chat are the two best players on this team right now. They definitely are. Let's get into it. And then you look at, so Ava's doing good. I'm not giving out no season grades right now because we still got the season left. We got that. We got the conference tournament. Normally I give out team grades at the end of the year, right? I give them out at the end. That's when I give out the team grades. So, I need to do the same thing with UCLA because I be giving out team grades for Iowa. So Iowa, UCLA, and Oklahoma. But look, the thing is, Ava Hayden cannot do this alone. She can't do this ish by herself, man. So obviously she got Chit Chat right, but Chit Chat right needs to be more aggressive. Ava Hayden is the anchor in the middle, essentially. She's the one who said, hey, I'm a true five. Hannah, you're not it. Now, she would never say that, but Ava is a true five, with the potential to keep growing her game into something more and more special. Looking at Hannah, I am mixed with disappointment and love when it comes to Hannah Stuelke. This single season, when it seemed like she turned the corner, she did not turn the corner. So I got a lot of problems with that, and maybe I should discuss this separately. But the one thing I want to say for sure is that I just don't think the starters are not as impactful. I don't know if that's because of Taylor McKay. Could it be Coach Jan Jensen, lack of motivation? I could talk to y'all about Kara Lawson and tell y'all when Duke was struggling, guess what? Kara Lawson kept her team together. Let's see what happened. The Hawkeyes getting a first real test, resiliency and struggle. This is our first test, our first big test of the season. We didn't drop 3 straight. Who the hell we are? We gonna find out who we are. You lose 3 straight games, people start looking around like, hey, who's Iowa Hawkeyes? Who are the Hawkeyes? You know, is it over? Which is premature as hell because we still got, what, it's 11, 12 games over 500. You know, we still got, 4, 5 games above 500 in the conference. But you got to stop this before it snowballs. Because if things start to snowball, boom, 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 then you're in trouble. You got to stop this right now. Who we got? Damn, who we got in there? I swear I would know. I can't think off the damn top of my head. Like, who we got in there? I know we got until Wednesday to get prepared for our next opponent. Let's see. How good do you think my team could be against the rest of the Big Ten? Bruins smashed us. Dominated. USC left us exposed, gave other teams a game plan on how to beat us, a strategic approach on how to beat the Hawkeyes. Hit the 3, play defense, get physical, and we might not be able to match that. Team their own. Yeah, the Bruins is definitely the best team. The Trojans will be next season what the Bruins are this season. The only way the Bruins, my other team, can hang with the Trojans next season will be if UCLA we have to hit the portal. Hey, somebody's got to decommit and want to come to UCLA, and then we got to go to the portal and get crazy with it. But this is what I'm going to say about Duke. And this probably needs its own video, but I'm going to say this. Kara Lawson, I was watching interviews. I was watching them play. I seen some of the game yesterday. I need to watch the rest of the game. This about Coach Kara Lawson. The thing about Coach Kara Lawson is this. Here's the thing. She's a masterful motivator. Let me see if I can find the clip. We're going to come back to this. Let me show y'all. I don't know if I could come find it on here, but I know I found it on my phone. And I saved it to my phone. It was incredible. Once I heard how motivational she was of a coach, then I realized, like, okay, this is why she's the right coach at Duke. And it makes me wonder just how master of a motivator is Coach Jan Jensen for us. Duke scheduled opponents that they knew they couldn't be prepared from their conference, and it paid off. And they're going to run away with the ACC. It showed us, why is it getting fuzzy all of a sudden? I don't know. Maybe that's just, let me see. I don't know if I can find this clip, but I'm going to show enough try. I have no idea why all of a sudden the visual looks fuzzy. Maybe it's because the words are small. The one thing is, if I can't find it, I will just upload a short. Here you go, right here, y'all. Y'all see? Let me see. I can't go no closer, but it's this one right here. I'm finna play this clip. I'm probably gonna make a short out of it too. Duke intent on Red Dead. All right, watch this. This show you how. I'm trying to pause it. This is why I got so much respect. Yeah, what's up with this thing? This is why I got so much respect now for Coach Kara Lawson. I might have to move this to another position if it don't act right, but this is why I got a lot of respect for her now. So check this out. I hope y'all can hear what she's saying, because I'm like, man, this is why I would say, you know what? One of my daughters to play basketball, I would be like, okay, I'm gonna send them to Duke, because this a real coach. You hit the play button. All right, watch
And
this.
one of the things we talked about was how we all wait in life for things to get easier. Take in your own life if you waited for something.
Wait a second. This thing driving me crazy. It's all fuzzy. Let me move in.
All
right, watch this.
With Shay a couple days ago, and one of the things we talked about was how we all wait in life for things to get easier. Take in your own life if you waited for something to get easier. Oh, I just gotta get through this and then it'll be easy. I just gotta get through preseason and then it'll be okay. I just gotta get through my junior year of high school and then the classes are gonna get easier. Or I just gotta get to my spring and my senior year of college, it's gonna be easier. It's what we do, we wait for stuff to get easier. It will never get easier.
Bam. It
What
won't.
happens is you handle hard better.
Bam.
That's what happens.
You heard what she said?
Think that it's going to get easier.
I heard what she said. She said you handle harder, better. You talking about not only is it great to schedule tough opponents early to get prepared, but you got a coach that's a master motivator of her students, of her athletes, not telling them it never gets any easier. You got to handle hard, and you can apply that to your life as well. It's hard as ish out here, and you got to be able to handle it and keep pushing. Her team fell off the map, picked themselves back up, right back into the top 25. And that's the players earned that, and the coach, she earned it too.
Life is going to get easier. Basketball is going to get easier. School's going to get easier. It never gets easier. What happens is you become someone that handles hard stuff better. So that's a mental shift that has to occur in each of your brains. It has to.
And for that to happen, the players, I mean, if you got great players, they got to soak that up. They got to feel the goosebumps. They got to know. They got to have the intestinal fortitude. They got to have the mental fortitude, the drive to be focused. And you got a coach behind you giving you proper game and motivation like that. That's why I think Duke they pulled out that game yesterday. I didn't even think they was going to pull it out against Louisville. But seeing who their coach is, I got a newfound respect. I like Coach Carol Lawson. Then I thought maybe she might not be the right one. But I seen this video, and hey, she's the right coach. She's the right coach. Whether it's this program or another, she knows the right buttons to press. And so I give her major props. Let's keep going. And I only think it's only like 2 minutes left.
Because if you go around waiting for stuff to get easier in life, it's never going to happen. And then what happens? Oh, it's so hard. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, this, I don't know when is it going to be easy for me? Oh, it's easy for other people. It's not. It's hard. And the second we see you handling stuff, handling hard better, what are we going to do? We're going to make it hard.
Yeah.
We're going to make it harder. Because we're preparing for you for when you leave here. Not just basketball and life.
Yeah.
And if you think life, when you leave college, is going to be all of a sudden get easy because you graduated and you got a new degree, it's not going to get easier. It's going to get harder. So make yourself a person that handles hard well.
Yeah.
Not someone that's waiting for the easy. Because if you have a meaningful pursuit in life, it will never be easy. If you're trying to win a championship, if you're trying to have a family, ask your parents. Do you think it was ever easy for them to raise kids? Karen, is it easy? It's not. Any meaningful pursuit in life, if you want to be successful at it, it goes to the people that handle hard well. Those are the people that get the stuff they want. People that wait around for easy, you probably see them at the bus stop. They're waiting for easy, the easy bus to come around. The easy bus never comes around. You gotta handle hard. Okay, so don't get discouraged through this time. If it's hard, don't get discouraged. It's supposed to be. And don't wait for it to be, oh, I just gotta get through the summer. And then it'll all of a sudden get easy in the fall. No, it won't.
And I'm gonna translate this to this. I'm gonna translate it in this way. You come from high school basketball. You a star. You hit college. You think because you was the ish at high school, you think you just automatically start. In some cases, it might be the case. You might be LeBron James. You might be Juju Watkins. You might be Caitlin Clark. You might be who's another. I can't think of nobody else, but you get the point. You just hot shot. Maybe you don't start. Maybe you got to work your way up in college. Then you succeed in college. Then you get to the point where you can get drafted. And then you think, I didn't made it. You never made it. You didn't make it in high school. You just played great. You didn't make it in college. You just played great. You never made it. You think you made it? Then that's when somebody coming for your spot. Period. So that's what I would say. And that's what I get from this. Like, no, you never make it until you done made it, until you done solidify your legendary career, whether you're a coach, basketball player, no matter what you are. You never made it until you actually made it and your legendary career is cemented. So yeah, this was a great video. It's finna end.
So make yourself someone that handles hard well. And then whatever comes at you, you're gonna be great. You're gonna be great, okay?
And I found the video completely by mistake, y'all. But I say that video because that video is real, man. And the way I see it is like, yeah, man, she one of the best motivational coaches. After hearing some of these speeches, that's probably a good one too. But I'm gonna go back to Iowa. But the thing is, maybe her motivational level, is up there with Don. What y'all think? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Is her motivational level up there with Don? Let me run back to this Coach Jan Jensen press conference.
I started a business to give a coach a new life, and Chase has supported me from the beginning.
You want a piece of me? I want the whole thing.
We dropped this at home and all the things, and it needs to become a motivation. But I think we have to guard with a lot of absolutism in our profession because we still got 6 regular season games left. A lot can happen. We can go 6-0. We're going to feel a lot better, right? But you have to guard with this urgency, and something's terribly wrong. And that's the balance I've been trying to strike since California. That's what I told the team afterwards. I really thought that was a two game hard stretch, and we were going to be fine. But when I say fine, what I told the team at halftime, it's not the result I was cared about at that halftime of the score. It was how it happened, and that's on me. I really thought we had to prepare. I loved our game plan. So I have to study that because
I'm always saying it ain't like did you lose? You know what I'm saying? It's not like did you lose? It's more like did you no, it's the way that you lost. It ain't did you lose, is like the way that you lost. You know what I'm saying? The way you lost the game. Not that you lost, because you're going to lose. Nobody's going to sit there and expect you to run through the second best conference in basketball undefeated. Nobody's expecting you to go through the gauntlet. That's the Big Ten, top heavy, mid-tier heavy, and expect you to run through it and win, and go through it all and succeed. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's expecting that. So the truth of the matter is you just got to pick yourself up and you got to be better. Period. Point blank. Everybody needs to be better, and they know what they need to do. As successful as Ava Hayden was, there's things she could work on. Team meeting, I heard that batting around. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. All they need to do is just get players on the same page. And honestly, for Coach Jan Jensen, you're going to have to find somebody on that bench who want to bring energy, who want to contribute on both ends. You cannot be afraid to give players chances. We at the point, no Emily Rodriguez, no Jada Gemfie, no Taylor McKay. We lost 2 seniors. Somebody got to step up on the bench, period. That's what it's about. So when talking to these players, getting them motivated, giving them motivational fuel, that's your job. That's your job.
Night with that.
How do you, when you say there's a lack of urgency, how do you as a coach and a coaching staff create a sense of urgency with the team in the middle of the game?
Well, you know, it's a funny thing about age, right? I'm 57. I got a lot of urgency about a lot of things. You know, I know my time's a ticking, right? When you're young, it's hard to get that urgency. We've been talking about urgency since halftime of USC, right? And you know how you're playing that, and so I need to continue to figure that out. But age is one of the best ways to become urgent. But they're young; they're 18 to 22. You know, I got the summer, I got next game. You know, if you're a role player, maybe I got time, or you know, you're a starter. You know, I'll get it; it'll just happen. And that's one thing I did talk to the team about, and you know, after I cooled down a little bit, I said, we will not just win because we're at Harbor. I said, the fan base is going to think that because Harbor is like, but you cannot let that thought in your mind because I know how good they are. And I think there was a safety a little bit, and I think there needs to be a little bit more of, God, what do I want to say? A pride and a gratitude for what we get to play in front of. And by golly, that should be a lot of urgency. You've been built before, and you want to keep the standard, and so I got to keep hammering that home.
Probably goes without saying, after you lose a kid, you need a lot out of Kylie. It just happens in these games. What more do you need from the Kylie?
Yeah, well, I think I got to keep finding combinations, right? Is kind of what you're thinking and hoping is going to happen. The positive is typically if you have performances by Sulky or by Hayden and Chit Chat. I mean, Chit Chat, that was worthy of a win. I mean, 12 assists to 1 turnover, shot it pretty well. I really challenged her after the trip. I said, listen, we need you to give us a little more every game because we got to pick up what we've lost. And I thought she's really answered the bell. And I just have to, you know, keep finding, buttons to push. It just is.
Now, I'm pausing it because in a video that I said I was going to release, but I didn't release, and I wanted to give it some time, let this kind of play. I don't want to interrupt every single second, but here's my thing, y'all. I said in a video that I didn't release, I think I scrapped it. I gave Coach Jen Jensen all the praise for hitting the right buttons, saying that she know what to do, putting in Addie at the right time. Addie seems successful at the right time. Journey seems successful at the right time. But also, Coach Jen Jensen does not realize, like, okay, we need to play Journey Houston more. But it's not my job. I'm just a fan. I'm a diehard fan, true, but I'm just a fan. I got no say so. But Coach, Journey needs to get more minutes. Journey needs to play more. Addie Deal, being as a mega fan of Deal as I am, I want to see her succeed. So, of course, I don't want to go to the bench. But if going to the bench is going to help her game, then by all means, take her out and put Taylor Strimlow in. Then, Addie Deal's got to be your spark off the bench. You talk about, Coach J talk about hitting the right buttons, right? So then, Tegan Mulaney, Callie Levine, I'm going to say it again. Coach J talk about hitting the right buttons. She just said it. She got to press the right buttons. If you take Addie Deal out, which I'm kind of opposed to it, being such a fan, then you put Strimlow in. Strimlow produces, then Addie Deal come off the bench and she kick it up a notch. Hopefully she would have to. Journey Houston kind of needs minutes in such a way that if Kylie Fearback, if she has 3 more bad games, you might have to pull a hook. Hey, like I said early in the video, Kylie might be at a point where she needs to go to Coach J and tell her like Jewel Lloyd from the Aces said, let me come off the bench. Take a lot of pride, take a lot of humbling. But hey, Journey Houston is clearly the future. When Journey is done playing for Iowa, she will be one of the best Hawkeyes ever. We need to treat her As such, she's ready to play. She bored. She hustles. She fights hard. She does what's necessary. She's getting a little outside shot. She's got that going. I would just tell y'all, there's a way to putting a better team in rotation on the court from the beginning. You might have to humble some starters. You might have to humble some starters. Even my favorite, Addie Deal, might have to be humble. She might have to go to the bench. Kylie Verback, you might have to say, you know what, Journey Houston is better than me. It takes a lot of humbling to do that, to admit that. You might have to just say that and bring it to the coach. It's easier that way. Then Coach Jan Jensen ain't got to go to a 6-year senior and say, you know what? I need to bring you off the bench. I'm spitting game right now. Is you listening? That's what I'm telling you. She needs to say, they need to come out and say it. Taylor McKay, Taylor McKay might have not been the most superior athlete, but shot making and defense was incredible from her. I miss Taylor McKay every single day. I might have even taken her for granted a little bit, but I sure do not now. I miss Taylor McKay's presence. I miss her three-point expertise, and I tell you like this, Addie's not producing. I'm her biggest fan. One of them. I want to see her succeed, but you know what? Since she's not producing, you might have to go back to the bench, and Coach Jan Jensen cannot be afraid to like jiggle the wires. You can't be afraid. Let's finish it. Let's keep going. We got. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna play this whole thing.
Just haven't found that continuity
We'll keep
with
going.
that. And you know, we just have to look at all the things. You know, if you got the defensive lineup, you got the offensive lineup. You know, are people better coming off the bench? Are people better starting? I think everything. I just have to look to give us the best opportunity to win. But I know we can do better, and we're going to need to do better at that spot.
Coach, first quarter, 25 points, 2 no shooting, 150. Talking about your turnovers and offense. What changed you at the same point you were in the offense expected?
I think we let our defense dictate. You know, our defense, we were very uninspired on the defensive end. And you can get into a defeatist feeling. You know, you just like, you blow an assignment, right? And then the next time you kind of have your hand there and they score again, right? So we let that kind of be the hangover. And so then you're coming down and we hit that cold spell, you know, we took some elbow shots by the post, didn't go. We took a couple tough shots. The screen and roll was really working, and we took some, tougher pull-ups. So we just didn't make some of the efficient reads. And then, boy, when you get down by that much, there's a pressure. You know, your internal pressure goes up, and it's harder to play relaxed. And we just took some tough shots, but our defense controlled our whole effect, our lack of defense.
Signature seasoning and buttery flavor in every twist. Dots sensationally seasoned pretzels.
Kickstart your morning with all-in-one symptom relief. Relief starts with a kick.
I know, man.
Shot the
Won't let me. No, let me
drop this at home.
I'm finna I gotta check on something, y'all. Let me end this stream real quick. What the heck? This Kings and Queens. I don't even watch this show like that. This is crazy. But yeah, let me end this because I want to check on something, check on Prime, see what time these games start. I'm gonna get back at y'all. All right, douche y'all out. We're gonna talk more about these Hawkeyes. Let me end like this. The Hawkeyes, they should Coach Jan Jensen just, we gotta pull it together. It's just 3 games you lost, but good teams don't lose this many games straight, and so you gotta sort through it, get the rotations right, and go back out there and get them. So I'm gonna get back at y'all. All right, let me check something out here. Let me get at y'all later. All right, peace.